Goedemiddag allemaal. Hi everyone. I'm back again for another Hatha practice. Today I will take you through a practice that's a little bit inspired by slow flow, so there will be slow flowy parts in it, and I will be really paying attention to our spine. So we're going to make sure our spine is nicely warmed up, and then we will, for a back bend, we will do the camel pose, but in baby steps. We'll go through it. Yeah, let's start. Come down in Shavasana, just for the very first part. Oh yeah, and have a block ready before you go lay down in Shavasana. So grab a block and come to your mat. Oh, Ruby, that's okay. Settle down, Ruby. All right, so let's settle down on your mat. Ruby, lay down. Go lay down, honey. Good girl. Such a good girl. Yes, okay. So let's arrive here on your mat, wherever you are. Start to listen for all the sounds around you. Let them be part of your practice today. Here in Pittsburgh, we're very lucky with a few warm autumny days. So it's still very nice to just lay here and listen. See if you can relax your feet, relax your shoulders to the mat already. And start observing your breath. Flowing in and flowing out through the nose. Maybe take a few deeper breaths, really down to the belly to really establish where you want your breath to be. And then go back to just letting go, let the pace be natural and the right pace for you. And just observe your breath. Noticing your belly button rise with every inhale and sinking with every exhale. Maybe you notice the breath filling out the lower parts and the sides of your back. And see whether you can minimize any breathing in the chest, but really direct your breath down to the belly. Also at this moment, if you're struggling or with any injuries, minor or bigger, make a mental note here now to be mindful of those areas while going through the practice. Always listen to your body. And that is more easily said than done, I know. But let's, in the parts that are nice and slow, let's really try to feel our breath our body, and really connect to our body. And our breath can be our tool to do that. So open your eyes. Bring the soles of your feet down to the mat. Your knees up. We're going to grab the block. And we're going to place it in between, the small way in between the legs. Our hands are next to our body. Active. And what I would like you to do is on your exhale, we're going to squeeze in the block and lift our hips up on the exhale. And when you're on your exhale, when your belly button is working towards your spine, at the end of your exhale, see if you can pull your breath up and in under your rib cage and hold for a moment. So at the end of the exhale, pull your breath up and under your rib cage, hold it. And on your inhale, release back to the floor. So we're going to exhale, squeeze the block and raise our hips up. At the end of our exhale, we're trying to pull our breath in and under our rib cage, and then hold it for just a second or two, and then let your inhale start and relax your pelvis down to the floor. So here we go. Take a nice inhale here. On your exhale, squeeze the block, raise your pelvis up. Exhale, belly button to spine. Breath up and under, as if you're pulling your belly up and under the rib cage. Hold it. And inhale, release. Take that 5 more times with your own breath. It needs a little time to get used to, but for everything a first. So exhale, squeeze the block. Inhale, release. And release. Good. All right. There's all kinds of rattling, rustling through the leaves down there. No chickens this time. They are in the coop. So I hope that worked out a little bit for you. It's hard to manipulate the breath in that way, pulling it in and up under your rib cage. But yeah. Let's continue. So we've done that. So let's come back one more time with the block in between our thighs. And this time just take normal exhales up and inhales down. No hold, just following the breath. So take a nice deep inhale here, nice inhale here. And exhale, just squeeze the block, engage the glutes, press up. Really press through the arms and the shoulders too. And inhale, release. And exhale up. And inhale, release. 3 more times. And last time, exhale up. And inhale, release. Good. Okay, take the block out. Take the block out. Extend your legs, extend your arms overhead, fingers interlaced, palms up. And just take a nice stretch here before we start moving. So a nice stretch. lengthen, you know, let your fingers go, let your hands go. Stretch all the way on the right, stretch all the way on the left. Stretch, stretch, pointing, flexing the feet, just whatever feels good. Nice stretch. Okay, one more on both sides. Good. And then take your knees, take your soles of your feet to the mat and roll to your side and come up to all fours. Okay, so we are coming to all fours. Okay, I hope that microphone will keep on working. Okay, let's come to all fours. In all fours, we are going to prepare for a cat pose. Reach, hold, and curl. So let's first start here. Hands, shoulders over hands, knees under the hips. Let's extend our left leg back, the toes curled under for now, and our right arm is reaching to the front. Now really make sure you're engaging in your lower belly, pressing through that hand on the mat. Even can engage around the glutes and then lift that back leg up. Good. Keep thinking belly button to spine. But really what you're thinking is engaging your belly muscles. Good. Hold it here. Find your breath. 2 more breaths. Reaching. Good. One nice inhale together. And on your exhale you curl. So you take your knee towards your right elbow. Left knee to right elbow. Inhale, extend. We've done this before. Exhale, curl and in. 3 more. Inhale. Follow your breath. Good, and come back to all fours. All right. Now let's take that on the other side. So extend your right leg. Extend your left arm forward. Really press through that hand on the mat. Engage the glutes already. Engage belly button to spine. Making sure we fill out our lower back a little bit. And then we lift and we hold for a few breaths. See if you can think long neck. So our gaze is now back, down to the floor, sorry. Hold for 2 more breaths. Good, on your next inhale, reach. And exhale, curl. Inhale, reach. Exhale, curl. 3 more at your pace, your breath. Good. Then place your knee back down and your hand down to the mat. All right. Just gonna quickly get my hair a little tighter. Okay, so next will be a little hard maybe to see because of Ruby. So let me go here. So we've done our cat pose, reach and curl. We're still on all fours, really pressing through the hands, engaging in our core. And we're going to take a few hip circles. So we're going to take our knee to the front, to the side, and to the back, and underneath us again. We're just going to take maybe 10 circles on the right. Don't make them too big. Stay in the range of motion that your hip has. So nicely to the front, then open up to the side, bring your knee back and under you again. And also this you can take nice and slow. Five more. And combining with the breath, when you take your leg open, you inhale, and when it comes back to the front, you exhale. Good. Let's take a few circles to the back. So first back, side, and to the front. Back, side, to the front. Good. Nice and easy. Feeling that knee that's supporting us and our quads. Our glutes working here. I think this is good enough. So place your knee back down. Just maybe curl your toes under for a moment and sit back to roll your shoulder, roll your wrists. Roll the wrists. Maybe a little massage like this. Good. And then let's come back into all fours, and then we do the hip circles on the other side. So first we go front, out, back, and back in again. Take it nice and slow, noticing the whole movement and any places in the hip that are a little stuck. Just slowly move through them, warming up. Keep thinking of an engaged core, so we're not swaying in our back. Keep pressing through the hands and the mat. Good, one more to the back. And then let's take it to the other side. So first back, side, and front. Back, side, and front. Good. Just let your breath go along. How it feels good for you. Just nice slow movements, noticing your right glute now firing up. Let's do two more. All right. And then come back indeed. Curl your toes under for a moment and sit back and roll your wrists. Good. For the next one, it is really nice and warm. I can totally take my socks off. We're going to come into our first down dog. And then, let me do it like this. So we're on all fours after we massaged our wrists a little and gave them a little break. I like the one where you clasp around, give a little pressure on the wrist. Good. Come back to all fours, and then I'm first going to show you. We're going to try and well, you know what? Let's just take a few cat cows together. Just a few normal, classic cat cows. So inhale, nose up, and back arches, and exhale, rounding through the back. Just take 3 more. Following your breath. Good. Now come back into neutral position, and then I'm going to show it first. We're going to curl the toes under and come into our first down dog. And once we get there all together, we can walk it out. I'm going to just now show you what I would like you to do. So from down dog, you transfer into a hover position. So your knees are not touching, but they're hovering above the floor. And that's very itchy. And you inhale. You inhale and you arch your back up. So it's a hovering cow. Then on your exhale, you're going to go back into down dog, and you're going to round your back when you move back into down dog. And on your inhale, you're going to sink those knees and arch the back and look forward. And exhale, you're going to round and push up into down dog. So Inhale, you let your knees bend and your gaze comes forward, so your neck is naturally arching on the inhale, and on the exhale you bring your buttocks back up and trying to round through the back to come back in down dog. So that's what we can do together, and we will do together now. And because I was planning for it to be a bit, this is one of those slow flow moments in the practice. So it's going to get heavy. So everybody's different. So do as many as feels good. If your wrists are bothering you, come back to a seated position and give them a little massage. And in the end, after we've done this little flow, we will rest in child's pose, because we're also having our head lower than our hips for some of the time. So we need to, recover from that. All right, so let's come to all fours. Press back into our first down dog. Maybe pedal the feet out a little. Think really pressing through the hands. See if you can turn your upper arms inward towards each other. So we're not overextending like this, but we're really trying to turn the inside of our elbows inward. Good. Good. Okay, so pressing through the hands. And here we go. On an inhale, bending the knees, arching the back, looking front, coming into a hover arch. Exhale, rounding the spine, pushing back into down dog. And just keep following that movement with your breath. So inhale. And really try to round that lower back when you start your down dog. So inhale, bend the knees, come into a hover. Head comes a little up, forming the arch in your back. Exhale, sending those hips up, rounding through the back, sending your buttocks back into down dog. Good. Take a few more. And maybe the last one, if you haven't come to a stop already. So last one, inhale. And bring your knees down and press back into child's pose. Good. Now slowly roll up. And let's come up to standing. However that may be. Let's come up to standing if you want to. Ruby is taking the whole mat right in the middle. Gekke doos. Okay, let's come to... You can come up via a squat, if that's accessible to you. Allez, Rubens. So we're here in our squat. In our squat. Or you just were all fours. My goodness, all those hair. All fours. And you can be in forward fold here. Let's take a forward fold. Good, good. Calm down, Ruby. It's all good. Forward fold. Let your head hang. Good. And then on your neck, take your hands to your waist. And on your inhale, come halfway up. And exhale all the way up. Completely covered in dog hairs. All right. Okay. So we are up and we are going straight for our a chair pose with a twist. So come to the front of your mat. And also, let's take the block to help us here in chair. Yeah, let's do this. Block in between the legs. The small side, the thin side. And then on an inhale, bring our arms up. And on an exhale, we sit back into our chair pose. Think belly button to spine. So no arching, but really a little bit, tilting the pelvis backward. Good. See if you can relax the shoulders, find your breath. Notice the quads warming up, working. Good. Now what I would like you to do is, let's first take one more inhale up and exhale out. So we're going to go back into chair and then we're going to add a twist. And we're going to twist as if we are opening a book. So I'll lead you through it. Here we go. Inhale, arms up. And exhale, sit down in your chair. Still feel the mat. Feel the 3 points under your big toe, your pinky toe, and the middle of your heel. Belly button to spine. Good. Now bring your hands in front. And then let's open our left arm. Open as if you open a book. Good. And bring it back. And inhale, open on the other side. And exhale back to the middle. Inhale, open. And exhale back. So we're getting a little twist in our upper body already. Inhale, open, and exhale back. Staying in our low chair. Maybe try and see if we can go a little lower. Inhale, open, and exhale, close. Inhale, open, and exhale, close. Good. One more time on each side. Inhale, and exhale, close. One big inhale, up, arms up, and exhale. Arms down, shake it out. So, yes, let's do that one more time. I'm just going to turn around, not for any reason, then just a different view. Let's do that one more time. Maybe I'll take it from the front. So, really think, the block helps there to really think about in your chair, really trying to collect everything around your thighs, around your pelvis. And it'll help with stability. So here we go. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, sit back into your chair. Good. Send those buttocks back, making sure our knees are not over our toes all the way, but a little backward, really backward. Push them backward. You could even see if you can play with your toes. They should be able to come up a little. Good. Relax your shoulders. I know, really hard here. Belly button to spine. Okay. Now let's put the arms horizontal in front of us and let's open those sides again as if you're opening a book. So open, inhale, exhale back. Inhale, exhale back. Okay, continue. Maybe even close your eyes. Really start to feel. Notice what you feel in your body. Find that stability through pressing into the block, even though your eyes are closed. Good. Last round, inhale. And exhale back, good. And bring your arms down and all the way up. And exhale, hands to heart, good. Let's put the block in front of us. And we're going to come to a wide stance. So if you were at the top of your mat, come face the wide side of the mat. And we're going to go into a spread-legged forward fold. So if you need the block to reach the floor, that's why we can leave it right there. Good. First of all, really find the ground, find your footing, so to speak, literally. So again, think about the ball joint, the joint there at the big toe, the joint there at the little toe, pinky toe, and in the middle of your heel, and maybe even pull up your toes for a moment and then put them back down, really finding that grounding feeling. Good. Now we're going to take our hands to our waist and we're going to hinge from the hips, but we want to still see if we can have a little engagement in the buttocks. Don't bite it, Ruby. That's a funny little bee zooming around. Nee, voorzichtig, babe. Niet doen. Ruby. Okay, let's hinge from the hips. So here we go. Think long back, long neck, hinging from the hips forward. And let's hold here for a moment. Maybe you want to take a little micro bend in the knees to, to be gentle on the hamstrings. Good. Oh, now it's coming here. Alrighty. So think long neck, long back. Good. All right, and now reach for your block or reach for the mat, whatever is accessible. And we're going to take our left hand down in the middle of your wide stance. You take your left hand down, and we're just going to peel this right hand all the way up via our arm, via our chest. Our elbow reaches up, and then we're going to extend that lower arm. Good. You can take your gaze to the side or to the bottom. To the bottom is actually quite nice to look at this floor here. Good. And then bring that hand back the way it came. And then replace it with your right hand. And let's do it on the other side. So really peeling your hand past your arm, past your chest, elbow up, and then unfold that lower arm. Pressing through that hand down there. Gaze can be forward or down to the mat. You can play around a little bit with your weight, sending it more into the toes. And then bring that hand back again all the way down to the floor. Good. Let's take that one more time. So with an inhale, slowly peel up. Opening up. See if you can... I noticed that I let my hips sway out to the side. See if you can keep your hips nicely straight and pointing, the buttocks pointing backward. And just really trying to rotate here in the upper body. And then bring that arm back. Replace that left hand, and now your left arm comes up. Good. And back. One more time. Inhale up. And exhale down. Good. All right. Now, to come out, really bend your knees. Take your hands, either they were at the block or on the mat, and now take them to your waist. Good. And then on the inhale, we come halfway up, and on the exhale, we come all the way up. Very good. All right. I don't think my microphone is working this way, but we'll see. All right, let's come to the top of your mat for a sun salutation, in which which we're going to combine with a little, either low lunge or crescent lunge. It's up to you, and a little back bend in there. So here we go. So inhale, come to the top of your mat. Your feet are hip width apart, and on your inhale, our arms rise up, and exhale, we fold forward. Bending the knees when we're down. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold. Plant your palms. Step your right foot back. And your left foot back into down dog. Just for a moment, stay here in down dog, walk it out. Walk it out. Maybe come to your tippy toes, really send those hips up and backward. And if it's available to you, let your heels move towards the mat. Good. Now look forward in between your hands and bring your right leg in between your hands. Your left knee can come down for now. Back of the foot on the floor. Press up through that right front foot. Press through that right front foot. Come with your hands to your thigh. Good. Or you could come straight up here and then to your thigh. So either you take your knee down and come up. Good. And if you're already there in that low lunge, for those who have the knee on the floor, curl your toe under and really press through that front foot. Take that left, stretch out that left leg. Good, 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 good. Now raise a little bit so that your shoulders are coming above your hips. So really push through that front foot. Good. Find your balance here. Press through the feet. Belly button to spine. All right. When we're ready, when we found our breath, let's take our hands for now at the waist and we're just going to stretch the front leg and come back. Just take a few up and down. So extending and then we're flexing the knee down. Good. 3 more. Extend and flex. Extend and flex. Last one. Extend and flex. Good. All right, now bring your arms up. And if it's too much and you want to go back leg to the mat, go ahead. Do that and then take your arms up. Next to your aura, next to your ears. Press through that front foot. If you have your knee on the down, press through that foot, either through the curled toes or through your back, the back of your foot. Good. All right, and now we lengthen on an inhale, we lengthen up. Exhale, let your shoulders come down. And maybe take a little backward bend here, sending our sternum up. Good. And come straight back up, shoulders over hips. Take your hands down and step back into all fours and to down dog or straight away to down dog. Walk it out. Good. On an inhale, we come into plank. Exhale, we down to the floor. Inhale, small cobra. And exhale, back to down dog. Step your right foot up. And your left foot. Good. And a nice big inhale up. And exhale, hands to heart. Good. And then let's take it to the other side. So we step backward with our left foot. Inhale up, arms up, exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway up, and exhale, fold. Plant your palms, step your left foot back. And maybe just rock back and forth here for a moment. In this low lunge. Good. Okay, plant your palms and then step that other foot back into down dog. Walk it out. Come to your tippy toes. Send those sit bones up to the ceiling and press through the front, through the hands. Let those heels sink towards the floor. Good. And now we're gonna bring our left foot up in between our hands. Put your right knee down or come straight away into this low lunge with a extended back leg. Good. Now press through the front leg. Press up, hands to the thighs. Good. Find your stability here. And if you're ready, curl those toes under and come up. All right. And let's take our hands to our waist. And we're going to take a few extending the front leg and then bending. Extend, bend, extend, and flex. Extend and flex the knee. Extend, last one. Very good. Stay here, or if it's getting too much for your back leg and your hip flexor here, take your knee down to the floor. Otherwise, stay here, arms come up. Good. Gaze is up, forward. Shoulders are nice and low. Good. And on your next inhale, see if you can reach a little higher with your arms, with your chest and your sternum, and take it up and back into a little back bend here. Or you are here with your back leg on the floor for more stability, but the back bend is still the same idea. Up and over. Good. All right. Now come back straight, plant your palms, and then either if you had your back knee on the floor, maybe you want to take that knee into all fours and then to down dog, or of course, or straight to down dog. Pedal it out. Inhale to plank, exhale to the floor. Inhale, inhale to cobra, and exhale, down dog. Good. Step your left foot up and your right to meet it in the front. Good. Let your head be heavy. Maybe shake yes, shake no. Good. And then inhale, arms come up through the side. Inhale up. And exhale, hands to heart. Very nice. Okay. Good. Then we are going to start with our camel pose, Ustrasana. So let's come down to the mat, however you like. Come down to the mat, and you maybe, some of you want a blanket under the knees here, like this. And let's, so the knees together, you can have your feet, your toes curled under. Good. The first thing we're going to do is warm our hips and muscles around the hips, the hip flexors up a little more. So we're just going to take some coming up and down. Just a few of those. Well, a few. We need a few to really start noticing those muscles. So let's start with that. So let's come up, inhale, and exhale down. Inhale, and exhale down. And if you take it really slow, it becomes you can feel what's happening. You start feeling exactly which muscles are turning on. Inhale up, and exhale back down. Inhale up, and exhale down. And if the toes are too much, go ahead and let them be flat. And up, down, and up, and down. Let's take 5 more with your own breath. Slow. Last one. Good. Okay, come sit back for a moment. The next one indeed is we're going to come back up on our knees. We're going to place our hands on our lower back, really on our sacrum here. We're going to really think about engaging the hamstrings, the glutes, and your hands are here. Your elbows are working towards each other. So we have this strong buttocks, hands on the sacrum, elbows working, opening the chest. And we're just going to go veer back a little and back up. Just this movement. Noticing the stretch on the front body. Just a little bit, not too big. Always keeping those buttocks engaged. Good. Shoulders working towards each other because you're trying to work those elbows towards each other. Good. One more of these. Good. All right, so we're really aware that all this needs to be solid when we are going further. So the next thing we're going to do is just going to tap our heels with our hands. So take your feet with the toes curled under. Good. And then we're just going to reach back and touch your heels with your right. Touch your heels with your left. And right and left. Good. Just finding your heel, finding that twist here. Thinking of your buttocks, being engaged. Letting our body know which way we're going. We're twisting our body here, our upper body here, but our lower body stays strong and centered. Good. Maybe 2 more. Okay. Here we go. Good. And the next one, if you need a break for your toes, do that now. Maybe sit down for a moment. But the next thing we'll do is curl the toes under again. And then when we reach with our right hand to our right heel, we're going to extend our left hand over and stretch, and notice that stretch all the way on your left side body. And we come back forward, we switch hands, so our left hand goes to our left heel and our right arm comes up next to our head, past our ear, reaching back, finding that nice stretch on your side body. Okay, so let's do it maybe 5 times on each side, 5 rounds. So again, think of the buttocks engaged, belly button to spine. And here we go. So we take rechts, we go, reach, back up, reach, 4 more. And the last one. And last one. Good. All right. So those were some baby steps to making our way to the full expression of our camel pose. Yeah. We can let's do that for everybody who can reach their heels easily. Otherwise, you're all the rest. You're good to go. Maybe sit back and take a child's pose for a moment and sway from side to side. But I just want to show you the full expression. No, well, relatively full. I'm not that flexible either. So really think again, engaging the buttocks, belly button to spine. Take your right hand to your heel, left hand to the other heel. Really keep sending those hips forward. Your chest is nice and open. And if you feel strong here, your buttocks are engaged, hips are working forward, good. You can maybe extend your head to the back. And breathe. And then very slowly come back out. Just to one side. Wegwezen. Onmiddellijk. Ben je helemaal gek? Good. So, I want to show you that one more time. So maybe start on the left hand to heel, right hand to heel. And you can also totally stay here, protecting your neck. I rather stay here. Or if you extend, no, let's keep it here. You can extend it, but think hips forward, belly, buttocks engaged, very big stretch on the front body, big back bend too. So be careful, keep those buttocks engaged, and when you start to get tired, just slowly come out via the side, come out of it. Now press back, though for those who were already in child's pose, now come into crocodile, so on your belly, head to your forearms, and just roll your neck slowly from side to side. Bring your feet up to the ceiling and let them sway from side to side. Good. And once we've done that, we're gonna bring our feet down to the mat, hands under the shoulders. We're gonna push up to all fours. And we're gonna thread the needle here for a moment. So we're gonna take our right arm and stand it on to the left and just see if you can lay your head to the floor. Otherwise, let your head rest on the block like this. And whatever feels good, just let your elbow go. Or maybe you want to stretch out to the front. And if you want even more of a challenge, you can take that hand backward and lay it on your sacrum, or see if you can grab your right thigh with your left arm. Find your breath. Good. And then take that out. Place your left hand under your left shoulder and press out of your thread the needle, and we take it to the other side. So in all fours, we're gonna take our left arm and send it on to the right, letting our head rest either on a block if the floor is still a little too far away yet, or just on the mat, and maybe extend the arm that goes to the front. Find your breath. Or you can take your hand around your back, clasping your left thigh, right hand to left thigh, or just keep it nice and easy here. Good. And then take your hand under your shoulder again, the extended arm, or the hand, your right arm, and then press up and come back. And we are coming to seated. We're going to come into Dandasana, our staff pose. And if you need the blanket to be a little higher up and to support your lower back, go ahead and do that. So I take it a little bit like this. Oh my gosh, I can't believe Ruby just attacked me. My goodness. Okay, here in Dandasana, we are going to take a twist. So let's first find our sits bones and then take our right knee in. So our left foot is at the height of our thigh, the sole of our foot on the mat, and our left arm wraps around our right knee, and our right arm goes behind us on the floor, behind our sacrum. Our extended leg to the front is nice and active. On an inhale, we lengthen, and on an exhale, we twist. Find your breath. And maybe on your next inhale, elongate a little more, lengthen a bit more up, and maybe you want to take on your exhale a little deeper twist. Maybe gaze over your right shoulder, if you weren't already. Notice your belly on the inhale, pressing into your thigh, the breath, and on the exhale, retracting. Good. Next inhale, lengthen, and carefully on your exhale, twist back out of it. All right, so we're going to continue on this side. We're going to let this knee fold open to the side. Maybe you need a block under that knee, just for some nice support. We're going to take our arms up. And then we're going to fold forward, hinging from the hips, seeing if we can keep that long back, long neck. And once we're there, let go of your arms, just let them rest, elbows relaxed. Keep that straight back for now. Active leg on the mat. Here we have a long neck. And on your next inhale and exhale, maybe inhale, you lengthen it a little more. And on your exhale, you just round and fold over that front leg. And maybe you see what you notice when you bring your chin to your chest. Keep breathing. Notice the stretch all the way on your back leg, the extended one. And to come up first, put your head back into a neutral position, and then with the help of your hands, push yourself back up. Good. Let's take this knee back in. Very good. And extend it to the front, and let's take it on the other side. So take your left knee in, hug it, really your left foot is at the height of your right thigh. Hug your knee with your right arm. Bring your left arm behind you on the floor, on your mat, at your sacrum. On an inhale, we lengthen. And on an exhale, we twist to the back. From the waist, ribcage, shoulders. And last, your head. Find that breath. Notice where you feel that breath. On your next inhale, lengthen the spine. And on your exhale, carefully twist back to the front. Very good. And then let that left knee move out to the side. Let it fold open. And maybe, use that block there. It's nice and comfy. And then we're going to go for our forward fold. So inhale, arms come up. Shoulders on the exhale, let them sink down. And then we hinge from the hips forward, straight back, long neck. Arms are long. Hold for a breath or two. And then let your arms go, relax those shoulders, relax the elbows. Keep that straight back. Feel that lift in the lower belly, a little bit engagement there. Long back, long neck. Keep breathing, and on your next inhale, lengthen a little more, as if you lengthen and you grow a little. And on your exhale, you just round it and let it all go. Let your head hang. Feel the stretch on the back of your leg. And here you can also think chin to chest to find another dimension of the intensity of this stretch. Try with every exhale to let go in the places that are tense, maybe there at your hip flexor, right where you're hinging, or you're folding, I should say. Maybe with every exhale you notice you can let go and you sink a little deeper in the fold. Good. And then on your next inhale, center your head first into a neutral position and then by the help of your hands, walk yourself back up. Good. Yes. And then we bring that knee back in. Time is ticking. We bring the other knee in and we're just going to hug ourselves into this little ball here. Good. Maybe let your forehead come towards your knees or let it rest on your knees. Bring it all in. And then let's make our way down. So from this ball, get rid of the blanket if it was under your buttocks. And have your block handy for supported bridge. But then let's roll from this ball position here. You can grab hold of your hamstrings and let's just roll back down, maybe massaging the spine on our way down 2-3 times. And then let's just roll down and stay down. So soles of your feet to the mat, lifting your hips carefully, putting the block under your sacrum here. Really active through the arms, curl your shoulders under. Find your breath. Bring your knees up. Maybe for a moment first massage your lower back there, your sacrum on the block. Little by moving left to right. Good. And then if you're ready, bring your feet up to the ceiling. Active through the arms. Pressing through the shoulders. Close your eyes. Find your breath. Notice the breath in the nose. Maybe sense for the breath at the tip of your nose. Relax your cheeks, your jaw. The tongue in your mouth. Your mouth. And bring your feet back down to the mat. Take your block from underneath you. Carefully put your hips down, uncurl your shoulders. Maybe take a few of these with your knees falling inward. And then stay here. Don't extend your legs, but let your knees support each other so your legs are falling in a little bit. Turn your hand palms up to the ceiling. Close your eyes if you haven't already. Just focus on the breath here. Let's exaggerate the breath to the belly a little. Exhaling all the way. Inhaling, filling all the way up. Exhaling. One more big inhale, fill up the belly, exhale everything out. And then return to your normal breath. And bring the awareness to the crown of your head. Move down to the space right behind the middle of your eyes. Move your awareness to your throat. Down to your heart. Down to your navel. Down to the middle of your pelvis. Down to the base of your spine. Back to the middle of your pelvis. Up to your navel. Your heart. Your throat. Middle of your brain, behind your eyes. And to the crown of your head. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. Roll to your side. Slowly open your eyes. And then push back up to seated. Hands to heart. And then fold forward to seal in the benefits of your practice. And come up. Namaste. Thank you for joining me today. Hope you enjoyed it. And see you next time.